True Believers, Drill Pal Spider-Man. Morning Cadre, it's KJ. I'm going to do a test shave today of Oz Shaving Company, Yellow Brick. This is a company from Kansas. Their entire line is Wizard of Oz themed. I've got a couple of their brushes. I've got this one, which is called Patchwork, which is what I'll be using today. And I went ahead and bought all of their soaps in samples so I could try them. They also donated a soap and an aftershave and a brush to our Kansas City meetup. So I wanted to give it a try because I'm trying to figure out what I want to take from all of the raffle items. So since I organized it, I get first pick. So I'm trying to decide what I want, and so I decided to use my Yellow Brick sample because that is the soap and aftershave that they included. So I want to see if it's something that I'm going to enjoy, and maybe I'll take that one. If you like Wizard of Oz, definitely check them out. Lots of cool brushes, soap and aftershave sets. I know Don checked them out and bought a couple of soap and aftershave sets. So we're waiting for him to try those out and get his impressions of them. I did a real quick test lather yesterday of it, and it seemed to be okay. I mean, it seemed to be good. So Yellow Brick is a combination of vetiver, cedar, and bergamot, which nothing is really jumping out at me, which is good. It's really well blended. It's just a clean, crisp sort of scent. I think they're all in there, and they're all just really well balanced. You can kind of get a little bit of a cedar note. You can kind of get a citrus note, but nothing is jumping out as being overpowering or overbearing. So this has taken a little bit longer to come together than soaps I've been using lately, but it seems to be producing a pretty good thick lather. I may have started with a little bit too much soap. There wasn't a whole lot in the samples, and I used not quite half of my sample yesterday for my test lather, so today I just used the rest, which I might have used a little too much. So that could be why it's taken longer to come together, but it's really thick lather. So again, normally I face lather, but when I'm working off a sample, the only good way I found to load a sample is to smear it in the bottom of a bowl and give it the approximate surface area of a puck, and then I can just load it. But then after I load it, I just usually go ahead and finish lathering it in the bowl. For today's shave, I chose a razor that I haven't used before, but is getting talked about a lot lately by at least a couple people, and that is my Gillette Psycho. So you can see There's no way to open it. So it's meant for like psych wards and prisons so that they can't get access to the blade, so you need a key. So the nurse or orderly or whoever would have the key, and they would be the ones who would undo, oops, I didn't do it enough. Undo the razor and swap out the blade. And then once it's in, it's pretty secure. So first time I've ever used this, it is a little bit lighter than most razors because the handle is hollow. So there's some weight right here, which is where the key mechanism is. There's a little hex key inside there that the key grips onto. So right here is where the majority of the metal is for the screw to go into. So I normally would have wanted to pull this out for a Halloween shave, but I had other plans on Halloween. So this is very similar to, I mean, it's a Gillette Tech, it's British made. The handle style is very similar to the old pre-war fat handle Tech. Just basically the same handle with the end cut off. So slickness seemed good. Seemed to be a bit drying on the face. So the post-shave slickness might not be up there, but cushion's good. Cushion, glide, slickness, they're all good. This is providing a really good shave. The edges are drying a little bit, so post-shave might not be where everything else is, but I don't see any problems with the soap at all. And I love the scent. It's just, nothing sticks out. It's just clean and crisp. I'm really digging the scent. Like I said, I've got all the samples, so eventually I'll be going through all of them. But I wasn't sure what I thought of this one at first, but now that I've smelled it more and more, I really am liking it a lot more. And I think after going through all the samples, well, my first observation with going through the samples is I was initially drawn to a couple of them by the scent profile listed on the website. And then I think once I got them, the ones that I thought I would like, I didn't like as much as others, which is kind of why I'm doing the sample thing right now, because it's so hard for me to tell if I'm going to like a scent just from the scent notes. Because something that smells or sounds good just ends up not smelling good, or vice versa. So it's, buying samples is more expensive per ounce by a lot, but if it's gonna prevent you from getting soaps that you don't like or missing out on something that you might love, just splurge, get the samples, go through everything, and pick the ones that you actually like and not just the ones that you think you're gonna like. Like at this point in my wet shaving career, I think that's the only way to do it. And so I'm pretty much, with very few exception, especially from a new soap, I'm not going to buy them unless, A, they're highly recommended by somebody who kind of gets my scent preferences, and or if I've done the samples. So post-shave, probably not as moisturizing as others, but I don't really feel like it's dried out necessarily. So this is, I mean, easily a tier 2 soap. I'm not sure that I would call it a tier 1, but nothing wrong with tier 2 soaps either. So what I was getting at was some of the ones that I thought I was gonna like, I sniffed and I ended up liking some of the other ones better. So I'm glad I went with the samples for those. And of the samples, after sniffing them all a few times, I think this yellow brick might be one of my favorite ones. So I think I am probably gonna grab that soap. And this is the aftershave they sent. So this is for the event, but I'm gonna take a little sample out since I'm probably gonna take it myself anyways. And getting the aftershave, the bergamot is coming out a little bit stronger, at least as a top note. I suspect that the vetiver and the cedar will stick around and be more of a base note type thing. Aftershave isn't, what's it? Alcohol, aloe, witch hazel, water, glycerin, perfume. I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's as moisturizing, but maybe because there's so much stuff in there. I mean, it's got aloe and witch hazel and glycerin. Maybe my face is just feeling a little bit tacky or sticky from the glycerin and the aloe. I don't know, we'll see how it progresses through the day. But I do really dig this scent. And the patchwork brush, just amazing. It's my 2 favorite colors, well 3, black, green, and purple. And I've just always loved when green and purple are together. And then with a accent of black. And so it was really just drawn to this brush. I've been wanting a brush that was purple and black swirled forever, and I've never seen anybody make one that I liked as much as this one. So I really had to just jump on this one as soon as I saw it because I just loved it. And then putting the black synthetic knot in there, the tuxedo knot was a really good choice. You can pick whatever knot you want to put in their brushes. So good shave. Yeah, it's starting to evaporate out a little bit more, be a little bit more smooth. So good shave with Oz Shaving Company. I'm not sure how many more of these videos I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna do them on a daily basis anymore since I'm not doing a full shave. But we'll at least do a couple of them a week. So I really just wanted to get this one done because I haven't used my my Gillette Psycho before, and I wanted to do that one on camera. So we'll cut this video off now. I'm Spider. Look me up on the Shaving Cadre forum, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.